fucked up my life. I was given a school fees exemption. Village people were after me. So, was it worth it? These were the questions I keep asking myself after living here for 3 years. My name is Merit, and if you don't know, I live in Austria and have spent the last 3 years living here. I came in as a student, and this video I would share my journey so far and how I came to Austria. And let's just get right into it without wasting so much time. I started this process in 2022. Actually, I think I started in 2021, the whole JAPA process. And if you hear small noise here and there, there's a reason. It's a child's noise, so please pardon it. It's going to come up once in a while in this video, so I just let me put it out there. I started the JAPA journey in 2021. Something happened and I said, I remembered I wanted to do a master's and I wanted to do it outside, so I decided to search for countries that had good education standard and were affordable. And as at that time, Poland was the most popular one within my space. UK was also very popular, but UK is so expensive. The fees, I felt it wasn't like worth it to just spend 1 year with £13,000, £10,000. And then I remember telling my dad, Daddy, I want to tell you something. And he was like, okay. I said, I want to travel abroad to do my master's. And he said to me, I thought you were bringing a man, but it's still fine, I'll support your dreams. So that was how the journey began. I went to do my passport and I finally found a school in Poland. I went on YouTube, I watched a lot of videos. I even had favorite YouTubers in Poland. So I gained admission into a school in Poland, paid school fees, applied for visa appointments, and that was it. The Poland journey just hit a roadblock. They were not giving out dates. System has already changed. I kept praying. The semester was supposed to start the next year, which was 2022. Luckily, it was still post-COVID. We had some part of the semester online, which I joined. I remember one significant thing that happened with that program I applied for that actually did influence my whole Austria journey. One of the things that happened is we were told that we are very few that applied for the program I want to go to, but it's a similar program which had a double degree option and an Erasmus opportunity to travel to either Austria or Germany. If we accept this, then we'll be switched to those programs. So I said, okay, it's fine. It's similar. It's still okay. I accept. And we were switched to that program, but I was still back home in Nigeria praying and asking God for the appointment date in Poland, and trust me, I never got it. At this point, I became a bit frustrated and I started looking out for other places. I already know I can do the program in Poland, in Germany rather, and in Austria. I know, asking my parents, my dad, he said Germany, of course, if I was to choose, but something deep inside me had very huge sentiment for Austria. No reason, nothing, but I just looked at the curriculum and I'm like, okay, I prefer the Austria part. At this point, it was April and the semester was, they said, we cannot continue the online classes. We are moving now to on-campus classes. So we that are not yet there, we would have to drop out. And good thing we had the agreement that if we didn't get the visa, we can get a refund. So I know that German visa was something very difficult to get at that time, so I was left with Austria. But then there were really limited information about Austria. I didn't know what to do. I went on YouTube because I like YouTube a lot. I searched living in Austria. There was really no video I can find. Luckily, I saw an interview and I'm like, okay, this is good. Then I contacted the person that was interviewed. He came as a student in Austria and I reached out to ask what were the processes. I was told, if you've been in this journey, you would know the process are tedious. But the first thing I did was to reach out to my school here in Austria and told them, I have an admission with the Poland University that is a partner to this program, and because of the visa issues, I intend to start from Austria. Long story, back and forth, confirmation here and there. I was given the admissions. Now, this is one of the testimonies I'm sharing. So, remember I told you the Poland journey didn't work and I was really frustrated. But at the end of the day, I kind of thank God that it didn't work. And you hear the reasons further in the video. When I contacted them and they said, yes, it's fine. We've confirmed the admission and all that, and I was given admission later. Mind you, I was given admission later. I did not send my documents to Austria. I had not even legalized, just because of my standing admission in Poland. So I started the Austria process. I applied for verification. My appointment was on the 6th of July 2022, and that same July was when I received my admission letter. Some of the mistakes I did as at then is I didn't know with my admission letter I could just go ahead and apply for the visa. I waited for my verification process to be complete. I would consider it bad luck then, but in hindsight, it was a good thing in disguise. So that wait happened. I couldn't process my visa as at the time I wanted, so I had to wait till October because the verification officers, they were just lazy. That was what, because 3 months I had no information from them, no call, nothing. I had to write to the embassy countless of time, and they finally sorted it out, and my documents were verified. I was very keen. Then verification was 200,000. It's not as outrageous as it is right now, and I did not even want to pay extra. So I had made sure all my documents were completely intact. Got to the visa process. The visa process took quite a long time. Unlike, you can't really predict this travel journey. You're not the officers. So fast forward to 2023, I got my RP response. I applied for visa. And on the 23rd of February, I packed my luggages, packed up my life, traveling to a place where I did not know anybody. When I said I did not know anybody, okay, I didn't know anybody, but I reached out to somebody that lives here and that lives in the city where I was coming to from a friend's advice. And he said, okay, I will pick you up from the train station, and gave me directions. I have some videos I made then because I've always been aspiring to open my YouTube channel, but it's quite a long story. So I made some pictures. I left my parents, I left my siblings back home, and on that Thursday, and I also left during the heat of the Tinubu's election, which is our current president. So it was really a stressful journey. I came into Austria on the 24th of February. I remember sitting down in the train, and I was telling myself, so this is it, this is it. Is this the abroad? Is this Naso Idebi? And that was it. I had good welcoming. I met good Austrians that helped me at the train station, helped me with my bag. I used to say one story when I came in, because I live in the city of Leoben, and I said, I'm going to Leoben, and they were like, they didn't get it. They now looked at my ticket and I said, Leoben. I'm like, okay, what's the difference? Well, I guess there's a little difference, with the pronunciation. And that was how I started my student journey here. Now, to the student journey, this is where some of the testimonies are going to be dropping in. One of the key difference between the Polish school and then the Austrian school is the school fees. So in the Polish admission, I paid 2,000 euros, which was refunded per semester, while for the Austria I would pay 750. And I'm like, okay, this is better. So 750 is way cheaper than 2,000, right? And I'm like, okay, only for me to get to the admission office, and they said, oh, we don't know which school fees you're supposed to pay. I don't know if you should pay the Polish school fees or the Austrian school fees. And I was like, good, what is this? I'm like, please, I want to pay the Austrian school fees. I didn't plan for 2,000 for this school fees. They just said, okay, go back, we'll contact you, and and this is where another miracle happened. I came back for my next appointment, and they just gave me 20 at that time it was 22 euros to pay, which was just the OHA fee. And I'm like, okay, maybe I was still going to pay the 750 or something. And then I made the payment. I was wondering, okay, is that all? What of the 750? What of the main school fees itself? So it's 750 together with the OHA fee, so it should be around 730 something. So the OHA is the student union, so it should be around 730 plus the student union fee. If I was given a school fees exemption for that semester, I was the first to start the program from Austria to Poland, or from Austria to Germany. So I started the semester. It was tough. I remember going to the first class and I was like, I don't think I would survive. This is really difficult. It's called engineering, and my background, it's not really engineering. So first semester passed. I was like, okay, let me see if I'll pay the 750 or I would have a school fees exemption. I had a school fees exemption. Then the third semester, which I need to travel to Poland, came, and I went to Poland. and then the fourth semester I went to Poland. So in all, I did my 4 semesters and I completed them successfully without paying school fees. I just had the OHA fee. Now this is where one of the testimony I said I was going to share is to play out. So had it been I started from Poland, paid a total of 8,000 euros for the whole program. And if I started from Austria, even if I was charged school fees, I was only going to pay 1.5 because my school had a policy that if you're an exchange student, you don't pay school fees. Then, as at that point, I became very grateful to God that the Poland journey did not even work, because you see, this is one testimony. Coming to, okay, was it really worth it? I remember coming here, and the very first, I think 1 week I was here, I met somebody and the person was sharing their stories, and it was so dark and gloomy, and I'm like, whew, I felt so overwhelmed. Did I make the right choice? Maybe I didn't pick right. And I had to start rebuking myself and saying, this is the person's experience, my experience will be different. Because when you come in to a country, the very first people you meet can really shape in your mindset a lot. And I came really prepared because I had something already. I wanted to finish this program. The moment I even tell I'm not paying school fees, it was my main goal to even finish the program within the 4 semesters. Austria school fees is cheap, but their living standards are high. Like insurance is expensive, transportation is expensive, accommodations are relatively expensive compared to Poland. Weighing it, you could see maybe living expenses would have been cheaper in Poland, while the school fees was more expensive. Anyway, that brings me to the end of the school journey. So I've stayed here 3 years. I asked myself this question: was it worth it? 2025 was really the peak year for me, where a lot of things, miracle happened. God answered prayer, and I know I've not posted in this channel for 1 year plus. So a lot of things happened. I had to do my thesis. I remember telling myself I did set some goals, some academic goals, and you can set a goal and not accomplish it, but I'm grateful to God that I did set those goals and I did accomplish them. Like, I wanted to do my study semesters completely and not take any course over to my thesis semester, because I wanted that semester to be free, not knowing that there were some packages. God has plans. When this thing, if how do I say it, if I did not have that semester free, I had it with other courses, it would have been a very terrible semester. Maybe I would have not graduated because some things happened and it was a very difficult time. So let me get into the what's in part. Yes, I would say the journey is worth it. It was worth it. Me packing my whole life from Nigeria to Austria was worth it. So when I went to one of the best mining school in the world, so I'm a mining engineer. And during the course of this journey, I met the love of my life. Hey, got married in Austria, had a baby. It's just a lot of things happened so fast, and yeah, at least it was. I am grateful to God that he made this happen. I remember praying about it, and when I was praying for Poland, and I thought maybe village people were after me, some of those things. But yes, when God is in a thing with you, you would know the outcome is totally different. Things go with ease. The ease doesn't mean that there are no challenges. There were countless challenges, and I would share that in maybe other stories. But for now, there are countless challenges. I was able to get work, financing. It was really big stories, but God knew the things that I was going to face, in the future, and He made big ways for that. This is just me sharing my little story. Just summarize this whole 3 years of my life into this very, I don't know how many minutes, maybe 30 minutes or less, to share with you. If you're into this journey and you're thinking, just be prayerful, because once your footsteps are directed, you will not miss the mark. So I've come to the end of this video. Until next time, bye.